Welcome to the 30A Show, your beach happy podcast, produced in South Walton, Florida, just steps from the beach. Brought to you locally by Shunk Gully Oyster Bar at the corner of 393 and 30A. Let's get to it.
Hello, graduates. My name is Mike Ragsdale, and I'm founder and CEO of the 30A Company, a beach lifestyle brand that I created here in Florida. Last year, I was extremely honored to be the commencement speaker for a class of high school graduates here in our little beach town. But this year, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, most graduates worldwide will be unable to walk across the stage in front of their teachers, their peers, their siblings, their parents, and their grandparents. You probably won't receive that traditional handshake along with your brand shiny new diploma. You won't get to hug or take group photos with your fellow classmates. You might not even get to take that senior trip down to the beach. That's unfortunate. And yet, what an extraordinary and special moment in time. You will forever be known as that class. That class. So different, so unique from all other graduating classes throughout history. Somehow, you pulled off the ultimate senior skip day, one that lasted months instead of just a few hours like most of us. We applaud your ingenuity, of course, but frankly, many of us are terrified by the degree to which you will seemingly go simply to get out of class. On the other hand, I'm sure there are some of you who think you've been robbed, that you were promised something a long time ago, that you worked so hard for years to achieve this incredible milestone, only to find out that life didn't live up to its side of the bargain. Well, that's why I'm here with you today. A few of your parents asked me to share my sentiments from last year's speech, as they seem more relevant in our current circumstances than ever. If you're like my family these last few weeks in quarantine, you've been watching some silly people dance around on TikTok. You've watched spouses feed other spouses to tigers, and you've been playing a lot of video games. You've been playing Animal Crossing or Minecraft or Call of Duty. If you play Warzone, I have no doubt you've sent me limping into the gulag many times already. Well, any video gamer worth their broadband will tell you that at the end of every video game level, there are often these things called bosses. Now, bosses are there to make your life difficult. They place obstacles in your path. You battle your way through their traps and their minions and all of their insidious plans. But along the way, you die. You die a lot. You die over and over and over. But as you go, you gain more power, more experience. Ultimately, if you persist at the end of a level, you finally confront that boss. But even then, if and when you defeat the boss, you quickly learn there's another harder level right behind them, standing between you and what will prove to be an even more powerful adversary. And then there's another, and another, and another. Well, of course, that's the fun of the game, right? I mean, it wouldn't be very fun if you bought a brand new video game only to find out that the whole thing is suddenly over after the very first level. You'd feel ripped off, right? You'd feel scammed. Perhaps like some of you do right now, playing this bizarre game of global lockdown. Unfortunately, that's the way too many of us players approach life. We race so quickly through every stage, grabbing up all the prizes and gold coins. We tell ourselves we'll be happy when we get whatever's waiting for us in that next treasure chest. I'll be happy if I get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you tell yourself. I'll be happy if I get that new iPhone. I'll be so happy if I get that fancy car. I promise I'll be happy if I get that job or that pay raise. Well, in many games, as you know, you encounter some strange, creepy old wizard standing on the side of the road, and he helps you along the way by giving you special knowledge or power-ups. He gives you advice to help prepare you for the long, difficult journey ahead. Well, graduates, today, I am the strange, creepy old wizard in the game of your life. I'm afraid I have some very bad news for you. The journey ahead is not going to be easy. There will be times you'll be without money. You'll have no idea how you're going to pay your bills. There are times you're going to make humiliating mistakes at work, at home, in your relationships. People that you love dearly are going to betray you. They're going to cheat on you. They're going to leave you without any decent explanation. Throughout your life, you'll receive sudden and tragic news. You and your loved ones will be diagnosed with terrible diseases. You'll be in accidents. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family members along the way. Sometimes you'll see it coming, but most times it will be sudden and unexpected. Now, this is not God's way of punishing you. This is not life singling you out or treating you unfairly. This is not you simply being unlucky. You are not alone. This is the game we are all playing. Such things happen to everyone. I'm afraid I have even worse news for you, though. It never ends. The minute you overcome one spirit-crushing challenge, you'll be smacked right in the face with the next one. This keeps happening over and over and over until one day you look up and your game is over. I know what you're thinking. This is the most depressing speech ever delivered in the history of great pandemics. But I figured someone has to tell you these things, and since I'm not quarantined with you, I figured I could take the heat instead of your parents. Even so, I did bring along something with me today to help you. I'm here to tell you that the game of life has an incredibly powerful cheat code. This cheat code will make you completely invincible. If you use this power up every day, it is impossible to lose the game of life. Some people, they try cheat codes like money, power, success, fame. But in the game of life, faster doesn't always win. Stronger doesn't always win. Smarter doesn't always win. Nicer doesn't always win. Better looking doesn't always win. Richer doesn't always win. So, strange, creepy old wizard, what is this so-called ultimate cheat code? The cheat code is happiness. Happiness always wins. You can be flat broke without a single possession to your name. You can not know where your next meal's coming from. But if you're truly happy, you still win. You can have no arms, no legs, no hearing, no eyesight. You can be eaten up with cancer, given only weeks to live. But if you have a smile on your face and genuine happiness in your heart, then you still win. It doesn't matter how big or small your house is, what kind of car you drive, how poor your health is. It doesn't matter if you're surrounded by dozens of friends and family members every day or if you find yourself completely alone in this world. In the game of life, if you are happy, you win. Too many of us rush through level after level, certain that happiness awaits us in some crate right after we conquer the next boss. But I'm here to tell you that happiness is not waiting for you on the next level. Happiness is not waiting for you in some magical crate. Happiness is now. Happiness is not something you win. It's not something you earn. It's not something you unlock. Happiness is how you choose to play this game. One day, I suspect many of you will look back very, very fondly on these days in quarantine. You won't recall this time period as a moment of anxiety, disappointment, deprivation, or regret. Instead, you will deeply treasure this precious time that you've been given to spend with your loved ones, perhaps before flying away from your nest for the very last time. What an incredible gift that is for you, for your parents, for your siblings, for your loved ones. One day it will matter. One day this will all make sense. One day you will be truly grateful for the way that your senior year so uniquely unfolded. I leave you today with some wise words from one of the greatest social distancing experts of all time, Henry David Thoreau. He said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. As you simplify your life, the laws of the universe will be simpler." Now, I know there's some pretty wild imaginations watching this video right now. This is the beginning of an extraordinary new level in your game. Don't just accept whatever that boss hands you. Go create the life that you want to live. Create your own happiness. At the end of this game, you will not be judged by how much wealth you have accumulated. You will not be judged by the impressive title on your business cards. You will be measured by how much happiness you have created in this world. So, like a pandemic that wreaks havoc on all of your graduation fantasies, celebrate the painful and difficult challenges that life is inevitably going to put in your path. Pull yourself up off the ground. Wipe the blood off your chin. Shake it off. Learn. Adapt. Grow stronger. Level up. Most importantly, be happy. Because in this game, happiness is the only score that counts. Ultimately, remember that the goal is not to beat the game of life, it's to have fun playing it. Congratulations. May your life be a very happy one.
Find the 30A Show on your favorite streaming apps or inside our 30A apps for iPhone and Android. Thanks for listening to the 30A Show, brought to you locally by Shunk Gully Oyster Bar. Until next time, beach happy.